Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I thought of doing a fun content. Today I'm gonna be playing this Flexbox Froggy. I don't know how much level I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna try to do it as much as possible. So if you guys have any other game suggestions, you can let me know in the comment section below. Welcome to Flexbox Froggy, a game where you help Froggy and friends by reading CSS code. Guide this frog to the lily pad on the right by using the justify content property, which align items horizontally and accept the following values. It accepts flex start, flex end, center, space between, and space around. So for example, justify content, flex end, and move the frog to the right. Yep, so justify content is what you use for horizontal. Justify content. I'm not a very good Flexbox expert, so let's see how this goes. Okay, the next task for us is to use just right content again to help these frogs get to their lily pads, but this CSS property align item horizontally except the following values. Okay. So yeah, so over here you can see that they're next to each other. How do I do it? Maybe like center, because they're like at the center. So let me justify content center. Oh yeah, we done it. Okay, let's see next one. Level 3 is help all 3 frogs find their lily pads just by using justify content. With time, the lily pads have a lot of space all around them. Okay, I know it. Like around them. So they have spaces over here as well as at these sides. I guess you can see that. They have spaces over here and here as well. So we can do justify content, and then I'm gonna do space around, yeah. So next, now the lily pads on the edges have drifted to the shore, increasing the space between them. With justify content this time, the lily pads have equal spacing between them. Okay, so they don't have spaces on their sides and they have equal space between them, so that we can use justify content and we're going to use space between. Okay. Yo, so good. The level 5 is okay. This is a bit tricky because you got the vertical, now they stopped horizontal. So their property align items vertically and accepts flex start, flex end, center, baseline, and stretch. Okay, these are some things I never really heard of. Baseline is items displayed at the baseline of the container. Items are stretched. So yeah, let's start. Align items. Align items. Now I have to align them, but how am I going to align them? They should be here. This looks like flex end because the items are aligned to the bottom of the container. So you can see they have to be at the bottom of the container. Lead the frog to the center of the pond using a combination of justify content and align items. Okay, so over here you have to align them horizontally as well as vertically. Let me show you. When you're trying to just use justify content center, this would go center, but it would be horizontally centered. And when I use align items, it would be centered vertically. But I want to center it horizontally as well as vertically. So justify content center, right? The frogs need to cross the pond again. This time for some lily pads with plenty of space around them. We're going to use a combination of justify content and align items. Okay, so you have already watched this, but we have made justify content. Let's say you want to have some space around them, so let's have space around. So you got space around them, but they're not aligned vertically. So align items. So you need to be, all the folks need to be at the end. So you're going to do flex end. So far I'm doing good. I don't know how far I would be doing good. The frogs need to get in the same order as the lily pads using flex direction. This CSS property defines the direction items are placed in the container and accepts the following values. Row means the items are placed the same as the text direction. Row reverse, items are placed opposite to the text direction. Column, items are placed top to bottom. And column reverse, items are placed bottom to top. Okay, so this time we need to change the flex direction. So flex direction, it can be row or row reverse. Normally it would be in rows. So if you write column, it would be something like this. And if you reverse this, it would look something like this. But we're not working with columns, we're working with rows. So let's do a row reverse. Oh, we got them. Flow line, help the frogs find their column of lily pads using flex direction. This CSS property, okay, the same stuff. But now we have already watched this. I think we just do the column. Just change it to column and it's done. Help the frogs get their own lily pads. Okay, so currently, although they seem close, it will take both to get them there. What? Let me try doing a flex direction of reversing. So row reverse. Okay, I get it. So I have to get it. Oh, I'm getting it. So I have to get all of this here. So I have to do flex justify content flex star. No, that's the default. And oh yeah, I got it. So why did it do like that? So basically I'm doing like row reverse. Now when you do a row reverse, the flex end would act like flex start. Okay. Because it's actually reversed, right? So these properties act just opposite to what you do at the row. So if it's simply just row, it won't do justice. So it has to be reverse. Alright. Help the frogs find their lily pads using flex direction and justify content. Notice that when the flex direction is a column, Justify content changes to vertical and align items to the horizontal. Okay, so this is something you have to notice that these properties are mostly vertical. Verticals are mostly for align items, but when your flex direction is a row, the vertical is for align items. But when the direction is changed to column, this horizontal this horizontal would be your um, align items, and this vertical would be adjusted for content. So yeah, and for this, we're gonna do like flex direction first, and we want them in the column. So flex direction is gonna be column. So now you can notice that this red color, they need to come to the end. So I'm gonna use justify content. Now flex end. Okay, flex end. Yo man, we are at level 12. Help the frogs find their lily pads using flex direction. Okay, so now we want the green to be like that. Okay, so first I'm gonna use like flex direction. I'm gonna use space around. Sorry, I'm gonna use columns. So now, okay, so we need to be a reverse so that they're correct. Our lily pads. Now we need some space. You see, there is no space around them, so we can use space between. Alright, let's go to the next level. So level 13 is you have to help the frogs find their lily pad using three things. Alright, so I have to show you guys something really interesting. Now we have to center it. As you can see, all the lily pads are at the center. So I'm going to use justify content. I'm going to say centering them. So now I'm pretty much centering them. So center. Okay. So now you can see they're at the center, but they're not through the respective colors. So what I'm planning to do is flex direction. I'm planning to go for a row reversing. Row reverse. Alright, so they're now to the respective colors. But if you see their vertical alignment, then they are at the flex dot. So their vertical alignment needs to be at the bottom. So flex items would be flex end. Alright, let's go to the next level. 14. Sometimes reversing the row or column order of a container is not enough. In these cases, we can apply the order property to individual items. By default, items have a value of 0, but we can use this property to also set it to a positive or negative integer values. Use the order property to reorder the frogs according to their lily pad. Okay, so now we want the yellow to go to the next one, and I'm very new to this property. So let me first try a negative value. Okay, let me try a positive value. Oh, like 2 or 1. Let me try 1. Let me try 0. Okay, 0, 1. It's okay. We can give a positive value for it. Okay, this is a new concept for me. Alright, use the order property to send the red frog to its lily pad. Okay, so all of their orders are like 0. And if I like increase that order. Oh, okay. I don't have this order property works. Okay, let's try 2. maybe, oh gosh, like 2. Oh, -1. Okay, so negative value. Okay, so I have to. Okay, guys, I'm like getting it. So let me show you guys what it is. Okay, so this is the official documentation. So all of them have a default order value of 0. Okay, so if you have an integer value greater than 0, then it is going to be displayed after any items that have not been given any explicit order values. So for example, we got here 1, 2, 3, 4 with order 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. And you can notice the ones that are having the smaller order numbers goes first, and then 2, and then 3. So if you have like a negative value, give negative values, which can be quite useful if you want to make one item display first and leave the order of all the items unchanged. You can give that a negative value as it is lower than 0, that will be displayed first. So in this case, we wanted the right one to be at first, so we give a negative value. Hence, the more higher you give, it will be at last. Next one is another property you can apply to an individual item is line self. This property accepts the same values line items and its value for the specific item. Okay, so what should I do? Align. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, another property is align self. Oh, great. I'll see about this as well.